Check, check, check.
Hello, hello. Yes, we are here. Welcome to the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup, round number 6. Saint-Quentin-en-Yvelines in France. I'm Jason Richardson here with
Rich and Eames
at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup 2019 season underway. We are at the halfway point, I think, if I'm looking at the schedule correctly, Rich.
Yeah, we're halfway through the season. Doesn't seem like 2 minutes, Jason. Since we started at Manchester, we've hit the halfway point of the action. Red hot as always.
Red hot in Paris. Eiffel Tower. This is an interesting place, right? It's got that very cosmopolitan feel, but then also feels very quaint and so very French, right?
Oh, definitely French. Just looking at the Palace of Versailles, they're just down the road from where we are right this very moment in Saint-Quentin-en-Yvelines. The French culture, the architecture, the history. So much history in France and so much beauty. It's hard to know where to start, Jason.
That's right. The aesthetic appeal of this country is nothing short of astounding. The art, the history, and I got to tell you, it has been quite the trip thus far, being able to take in the sights, feed the swans, and be a tourist as well as a BMX race fan. The weather here, just perfect. We've had round 1. We've had the last chance. We're going to be heading into the 16th finals for the elite men. We are in single elimination for both categories, elite men and women. 16ths, then 8ths, then quarters, then semis, on to the finals as we whittle our way down to the final 8 of the fastest BMX racers in the world today. Here at this beautiful facility, the weather is nothing short of just about right for the sport of BMX. A little bit cloudy, but it doesn't matter. As you can see, we are under the roof just behind the velodrome. 18 degrees, a little bit of a breeze. Not too hot, not too cold.
Yep, there's the standings as they are from round 5 yesterday. Nick Kimmen leading it out 100 points clear of Joris Dode. Alfredo Campo in 3. Jeremy Rencarel in 4. David Graff inside the top 5, but still searching for that elusive first World Cup win. Sylvain Andre in 6. Kai White in 7. And Kai Sakakibara of Australia rounding out the top 8 in the standings so far.
In the women, Elise Willenby taking the lead with just 10 points over Laura Smulders, followed by Bao, Christensen, Stancil, Valentino, Mayer, and Abramova from Russia. That will be your top 8 in the women's World Cup standings thus far. We are certain that'll change by the end of today's event.
Let's take a look, Jason, at a full lap of the track here in Saint-Quentin-en-Yvelines. The French Olympic training facility, that 8-meter starter with a big step double as you head towards that first turn. Another step up to step down into a right-handed corner. The men go to the left, the ladies go to the right. Big sets of doubles with a roller over another set into that second turn, and that's where it gets tech, Jason.
Gets tech here. There's a triple right here into a roller, another double, then another triple. Steep and deep as they build it here in France. Coming out of the right-hand 180. Roller, double roller, step up, step down to the finish line. Last straight is pretty long, steep and deep as well, so legs are burning as it goes from power straight to tech on this track. We're gonna head straight into the men's elite 16th finals. Again, 4th or better will keep these gentlemen racing throughout the program. 5th or worse will send them home packing.
Certainly looking forward to some serious excitement as we move on to heat number 1. Corbin Chirard, Quillan Isidore, Jay Shippers, Valter Segers, Gonzalo Molina, Elias Verbinen, Alexander Gamay and Anatoly Chalou in this one. Heat number 1 of the 16th finals, men elite. So as Jason said, this is it. It's knockout racing now. 4 going through, 4 going out. Corbin Chirard on the inside. Quillan Isidore getting in there as well. Shippers getting tangled up in 5 and 4 and getting pushed back, I think, by Valter Segers. So Shippers has got it all to do. That's Molina working his way in as well. Shippers and Segers battling for the final qualifying position. Corbin Chirard leading it out. Quillan Isidore into Molina in 3. Segers just hanging on. Can Shippers make a move in that final turn? He's made it. Shippers is up into 4 now. So Segers has got it all to do down the final straight. Chirard's going to get it. Chirard, Isidore, Molina and Shippers going through inside the top 4. Segers the unlucky guy in 5. That was a great first lap, Jason.
Great first lap. Isidore looking strong here. Chirard looking a bit stronger with that first place, followed by Isidore, Molina, and Shippers. Moving on, heat number 2. Maye, Dubois, Schaub, Milano, Racine, Cullen, Chauvin, and Tomazioli from Italy. The number 256 of Ross Cullen seems to be off to a decent start from lane 6. He's the youngest in the pack, but it's going to be Maye going straight to the front. The French rider just missing out, making the main before, wants to get in the show tonight. So it's going to be Maye and Schaub, Tomazioli, and Molina just holding on. Oh no, Molina fighting for that 4th place position. Maye still the 974 bringing it in. Maye, Schaub, Milano, and Racine.
Yeah, tough ride there for Ross Cullen of Great Britain. Got caught up on the outside and couldn't make it happen. Maye, Schaub, Milano and Racine confirmed as going through as your top 4 in heat number 2.
Milano was in a bit of trouble and found his way back into 3rd.
Yeah, definitely the crowd came alive in that one. Cioltino, Sharrett, Gobert, Dean, Bonny, Romain Mayu, Mathieu Furlan and Matthias Boudet all lining up in heat number 3. Oh, somebody twitched there. I think it was Furlan who just moved a little bit early, and Roman Mayu, he's working his way from 6, Anthony Dean from 4, so those guys are going to go 1 and 2 into the turn. Paddy Sharrock's worked his way up into 3, 4. Great Britain, we are looking for the Italian riders. Martin Cioltino trying to work his way in as well. The Italians 4 and 6 at the minute. Sharrock looking good in 3. Roman Mayu leading it out. Mayu, Dean, Sharrock, Furlan. That is your top 4 at the moment. Mayu's got this one on lockdown. He's under control. Sharrock's looking good in 3 just to bring it to the line. Dean in 2. Let's see who's going to get that final 4th spot. Who's going to get it at the line? It was Gobert, Dylan Gobert, sorry, I do apologise, coming through and taking that 4th spot from the Italian Furlan.
Mayu, Dean, Sharrock, and Gobert just getting that last spot. Mayu not taking lane 8 that lap. David Graf, Kadyshev, Justin Kimmin, Duad, Makoni, Marsalek, Yoshi, and Cornutello. David Graf sitting in lane 1, the Swiss rider. Everyone anxiously awaiting to see when he will get his first Supercross win. David Graff off to a good shot, a good start. Kadyshev wheeling out of the gate. He gets shoved to 4th place, taking advantage of that inside lane. Now Kadyshev making himself known. He's going to find his way into 3rd. Kieman in 2nd. David Graff pulling away from the rest of the crowd with those bright white shoes, looking kind of clean there. It's going to be Graff, Kieman, Kadyshev, and Dwad finding himself into 4th place. Graff taking the nice low line in that last corner as he's going to bring it in. The number 7 in control, lunging for the line. Graff, Kieman, Kadyshev, and Dwad.
Yeah, Graff looking comfortable in control. They're nearly 3/4 of a second faster than Kieman through that lap, but it's top 4 going through. Graff, Kieman, Kadyshev, and Nathaniel Derride, I think that is, from France. All making it through to the 8th finals as we move on to heat number 5. Renaud Blanc, Yoshitaka Nagasako, Christos Kriegers, Bence Bujaki, Bogert, Cameron Larson from the USA, Leo Garoyan, and Joris Begin, also out of France. So the young American rider Cameron Larson, he's there in about gate number 6 and he's working his way in, looking like he's going to pick up a whole shot. Is he? Not quite, because Renaud Blanc's worked his way in front, but Cameron Larson, he's in a really good position. Leo Garayan working his way in there as well. So those guys inside the top 3 at the moment. The Swiss rider Renaud Blanc getting caught up there, and he's worked his way back to the front. The 102 trying to get in. That'll be Martin Bogarts. Oh, it's busy for 2, 3, and 4 at the minute. It's going to be a drag race down the straight. Looks like Cameron Larson's going to work his way in. Renaud Blanc's going to get this one. Leo Garayan's going to go through in 3. Looks like Nagasako went through in 4. Disappointment for Kriegers in 7. That's come as a bit of a shock at this early stage for the Latvian.
Not quite the race Kriegers wanted, but definitely Blanc, Larson, Garayan, and Nagasako get to live to fight another day, or at least another BMX lap. On to heat number 6, Pavijankis, Patma, Cristofola, Castanacci is still Rencarel, Chauvin, and Shane Rosa finding his way here via the last chance qualifier.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
The local crowd looking for lane 6 to go straight to the front. That will be Jeremy Rencarel, the French rider. Shane Rosa on the outside in the black and yellow. Might be in front. Oh, there's a big pileup in the corner. Rosa's involved. Rencarel's all by himself going into the 2nd corner. 2nd place, 3rd place, and 4th place. Not even able to make it through the pro set. They're taking the long way around. Looks like Estelle in 3rd, Castanacci maybe in 2nd, but Jeremy Rencarel, the number 29, all by himself, staying out of the fray. He's going to qualify through. And the benefactors of the crash, Catanacci, Estelle, and Patma, making it to the next round.
Yeah, that got real messy in turn number 1. Shane Rosa caught up in the craziness. We'll just see what goes on here. Oh, it was Pavijankis who slid out, took the rider next to him. Shane Rosa had nowhere to go and just went straight over the top. So, their day is done. The 133 coming across the line, Roberto Cristofoli. That is your official result. Rencarel out front on his own. Catanacci in 2 is still in 3. Tino Potma in 4. Those guys making it through to the 8th finals. As we await heat number 7, Kais Kakibara, Mathis Rago Richard, Yamaguchi, Trey White, Navarro, Dave Vanderberg, Sanchez, and Kieran Vaudin out of France. This one's pretty stacked with Vanderberg and Sakakibara. 2 of the heavy hitters. Sakakibara on the inside, big Dave Vanderberg from the Netherlands in 6, and he's working his way across. Trey White's working his way in as well. He's in there in 3 at the moment, battling with Mathis Rago Richard. Looks like Trey White's inside the top 3 position where he wanted to be. That'll be Yamaguchi, I think, in there in 4. So Sakakibara, Vanderberg,
wow, what
White,
a line.
moves being made. Mathis Rago Richard really carving that one. Yamaguchi on the outside, White on the inside. White's going to get that fourth position. Drag racing down the final straight. Kaisa Kakibara is going to hold on to it. He's going to get it. Vandenberg's going to get the two. Matic Drago Richard in 3. Trey White in 4. But yeah, carving that second turn, the French rider, Rago Richard.
Oh, that was a nice line Rago Richard took through that second corner, getting him into that third place position. White holding on to 4. Vandenberg in second. Sakakibara with the win in that one. Heat number 8, 16 finals, elite men, Villegas, Klashenko, Clarté, Jackal, Tween, Gargaglia, Maynard Peel, and Steph Van Doren.
Up here, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Oh, Eddie Clarté with a flinch. Messed up the guys next to him. Maynard Peel, benefactor of that. He's going to go straight to the front on this one. Clarté finding his way to second place. So it's going to be Peel, Clarté. Wouldn't be surprised if Clarté finds his way around Peel. We'll see how Peel's track speed is down the third straightaway, but it's going to be Peel, Clarté, Villegas, and Tween. Clarté catching up. Yes, there it goes, the high-low. Now both of the young riders are going to take up all the space down the last straightaway. As Peel is going to hold on to it, that'll be great for his confidence, followed by Clarté, Villegas, and Tween.
Yeah, surprised now, just one rider switching can mess it up for so many other guys.
Oh my goodness. Hopefully that doesn't become a strategy for other riders.
Maynard Peel, Eddie Clarté, Federico Villegas, and Theo Juan from France going through to the 8th. Heat number 9 lining up, Vincent Pelloard, Alejandro Quimpena, Tori Navrestad, Alexi Denilaula, Nika Strauss, Ryan Martin, Quentin Charavan, and Nick Kim.
Up here, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Kim and opting for his favoured gate 8. Ryan Martin inside of him in gate number 6. He'll be looking to work his way into that top 4. Quimpena on the inside. He's there in 5. So Ryan Martin in the top 4 position. At the minute, looks like Vincent Pelloard, Colombia / France, leading it out. Navrestad in there in 3, battling away with Nick Kimmen. Kimmen's just settled there in that 2 spot. So Vincent Pelloard giving the home fans something to shout about. In and out that final turn, Pelloard. Kimmen looking comfortable in that 2 spot. Ryan Martin, is he going to make it into the top 4? Navrestad's in there in 3. It's going to be a battle of the line. Who gets it? Ryan Martin going through in 4. Pelloard taking the win. Kimmen in 2. Navrestad in 3.
Might be a photo with Martin Pelloard getting through. Great ride by him. Kimmen Navrestad waiting on the official for Martin. It will be Martin, Ryan Martin, making it through the young GB rider. Getting through, so that's your official. Martin, Navrestad, Kimmen, and Pelloard.
And we can see Ryan Martin from our commentary point pumping his fist. Definitely happy with that one.
Heat number 10, Arboleda, Andrade, Brunner, Garcia, Tornbies, Lopez, Dumi, and Brethauer.
Up here, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Diego Arboleda coming out of lane 1, the Colombian, really making his mark on the Supercross season this season. Put in a lot of work during the offseason, so he's looking well in front, followed by the American, Jared Garcia. So it's going to be Garcia all over Arboleda as they exit the second corner. Garcia taking it to the sky. Arboleda, Garcia, Bruna, and Dumi. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Dumi looking to guard his position. Not many people behind him too close, so it looks like he'll qualify through. Arboleda, Garcia, Brunner, and Dumi making it through.
Yeah, Tornabise couldn't get close enough in that one. So he's had to settle for the 5th. That looks like Louis Brethauer not concluding his day the way he would like. Multi confirmation, Arboleda, Garcia, Bruna, and Valentina Dumi. France going through in number 10. as we move up to heat number 11. Ruben Gomez in this one called Tizar, 12 Van Gent, which is shot Jeremy Smith, Leo Louapri, Max Schita, and Hugo Pontin of France.
Okay, riders, when we start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Rock and roll Cole Tizar of the USA had a good early round, but he's not at the best of starts in this one. Looks like Twan Van Gent is going to lead it into the turn. Ruben Gomez just settling into that 2 spot at the moment. Mitchell Shotman, I think it is, in there in 3. Who's got the 4? It might be Jeremy Smith of the USA. Van Gent got this one at the minute. Gomez coming under pressure now from Shotman. Shotman, Gomez, Smith. That makes up your top 4. Pontin of France looking to work his way in. He's getting moves made on him by Cole Tizar, but looks like they're going to run out of time and room. Van Gent, Shotman to the line. Gomez for 3, possibly stolen by Smith at the line. Gomez in 4, Tizar in 5. He was nowhere near close enough coming down that final straight.
Great ride by Van Gent, Shotman, Smith, and Gomers. Rock and roll Cole Tizar. I don't know what happened. He looked so strong earlier on today. I think he just was late out of the gate, unfortunately. Right now, Daudet, Ramirez, Turkelson, Papa, Nakai, Harmson, Ballerini, and Surugay. Heat 12, men's elite, 16th finals.
Okay, riders, when we start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
The big guy in number 4 coming out of lane 6, that would be Joris Harmson. Daudet, though, in front, the Frenchman, finding his feet underneath him today, looking quite fast. It's going to be Daudet in and out of the second corner, followed by Harmson. We have a rider down. That's probably Nakai. Turkelson, Ramirez. They're in 4th and 3rd, respectively. Ramirez fighting for 4th now. But it's going to be Daudet, the double 3, bringing it to the front and the finish line, followed by Harmson, Turkelson, and the magician, Carlos Ramirez, for 4th.
Saw the kind of slide out in that second turn. In a situation like that, there is nothing you can do. The bike just vanishes from underneath you. And that is his day done. In heat number 13. That's your official result. Joris Daudet, Joris Harmson going 1 and 2. Jimmy Thurkelson in 3. Carlos Ramirez in 4. In 14. Renato Rosendry, Cedric Beauty, Mathis Verhoeven, Chris Holden, Axel Linnegard, Joachim Hecker, Ian Van Heijten, and the number 1 plate, the world champion of Sylvain Andre.
Okay, riders, when we start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Andre on the outside with Van Heijten right there next to him. We've got the Brazilian on the inside. That'll be Renato Rezende. One rider's already gone down on that first straight, but Sylvain Andre working his way across from the outside, taking the whole shot. Renato Rezende into Matthias Verhoeven in 3, but it's all about the French world champion. The local crowd will be going absolutely wild at the sight of Sylvain Andre working his way through that 3rd straight out front and in control. Another rider exited on the right hand side of that 3rd straight. Rezende in there into Verhoeven in 3. Who's going to get the 4 as they come towards the line? Bouti's making a charge. It's going to be very close. Bouti's going to get it. Cedric Bouti takes 4. Ian Van Heijten in 5. But nobody could get near Sylvain Andre.
Sylvain Andre opting for lane 8. Somewhat new for him.
It's like it's almost becoming a trend, Jason.
That's good to see. Definitely when you see riders opting out of lane 8, that tells you one thing about the first straight on the track is that it's fair. So it's always nice to see a track that's built so well that you can win from any lane on the gate. Granted, the inside, there's still an advantage once you get to the first turn. That'll be the 106 of Chris Alden making his way off the track. He's actually a junior, the youngest in that group. There's your official Andre Rezende, Verhoeven, and Bouti just making it through. Buti getting through. Heading back up the hill, heat number 14. Risuela, Posey, Kai White, Okendo, Topinka, Rosu Collins, Webster, and Stindl. So the two Germans in lane 7 and 8.
Okay, riders, random start. Rider is ready. Watch the game.
Kai White with a good start next to Justin Posey. Justin Posey in the big orange. We'll see if he can make something happen in the first corner. He's going to be on the bubble coming out of the first corner. Looks like it's going to be Kai White straight to the front. So White leading him into the second corner. Looking smooth. Whoa, we have a dust up in the second corner. So White, Brisella, Webster, Posey holding on to the qualifying position so far. Barring anything catastrophic, the top 4 will most likely qualify that way. The 87 of Kai White, followed by Brisuela, Webster, and Posey getting through.
Yeah, Kay Stindl having another roll round on the floor in that second turn. It's certainly not gone his way the last couple of days. You can just see at the edge of the picture as he literally bounces back to his feet. No such problems for Kai White as he wins another lap. Nice to see Justin Posey going through as well in that 4th position. Heat number 14 concludes. Kai White confirmed as your winner, Brizuela, Webster and Posey. The top 4. Heat 15 up next. De Souza, Darnand, Campo, Webster, Huber, Balbach, Yoshimura and Gianstroni. He's still a junior rider on the 203 on the outside. All eyes will be on Darnand and Campo on the inside. The 147 of Balbach, the national champion of Germany. He could be the sleeper in this one. So it's all power on the inside. De Souza, Darnand and Campo heading for turn number 1. Campo picking up the whole shot. De Souza just ducking underneath. Is that De Souza in there in 2? Looks like the German rider coming through in 3. That might be Webster. Let's have a look as they enter that second turn. But Campo leading it through South America, going 1 and 2. Balbach in there in 4, Darnand in there in 3. So Balbach holding on to that qualifying position at the moment. Webster's chasing him down. It's the battle of the Germans for the final qualifying spot. Down the final straight, Campo, De Souza, Darnand, 1, 2 and 3. Balbach in 4, Webster in 5, Huber in 6. But it was all about the South Americans in that one.
There's your official. De Souza edging out Campo, followed by Darnand and Balbach. Heat number 16, we're going to see Lanegarde, Sucreser, Borel, Kyle Evans, Gork, Mir, Bob, and Borel.
Okay, riders, random start. Rider is ready. Watch the game.
Kyle Evans looking to put together a day that he's worthy of having. Kyle Evans, great start, but then he finds himself in second place coming out of the first corner. Getting an ID on that gentleman in front. That will be the 436 of Mir. Mir changing uniforms on me. Amadou Mir finding his feet, going really fast today, so it's going to be Mir bringing it in. Evans in trouble, finding his way into 4th. Mir, Lanegarde, Chappelle, and Evans just getting through.
So there is your result. Mir, Lanegarde, Theo Chappelle and Kyle Evans. Moving on through to the 8th finals, which is where you'll see the elite men next time they're on track.
Word from our sponsors right now.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
You always know Pro Gate's gonna fall fast and on time, and it's always gonna be on point.
Thanks, guys. Here with Australian Olympian Anthony Dean, fresh off his first main event of the year yesterday, finishing 8th. How'd it go for you yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday was a good day. Hard day against all the French guys. So, yeah, it was a good day and all. Had a good final. Just made some mistakes and got off the track. So, yeah.
Must be tough racing the French guys on their home track.
It is, but the crowd's crazy. Like, it's definitely brings up the atmosphere. So, yeah, it's good.
I noticed you're picking some middle lanes. Are you trying to do that, or are you just getting them, or what's kind of the strategy about that? Maybe explain to the people watching.
Yeah, it's different this weekend. Usually the top guys are going lane 1, 2, and 3, and this weekend, like, the first pick goes lane A, and then one's going 1 and 2. So, kind of just got left in the middle in the final, and I feel comfortable in the middle, so just going for that.
I think a lot of people can't see also, it kind of cuts back. After the first jump, it kind of cuts outside from lane 1.
Yeah, the first straight kind of goes left a bit, so if you're on the outside, it's kind of a lot better run for the first turn if you can get in front.
So we talked to Lauren and Sam yesterday, and you guys have a really good training base in Chula Vista. Do you like living there? Was it difficult to move from Australia to San Diego originally?
It was always a dream to move there, so it wasn't really difficult. I've always wanted to do it, so it's definitely a dream come true, and training's going great down there, and just working hard every day, trying to keep up with everyone.
Awesome. Thanks for stopping by, Anthony, and best luck today.
Cheers, Tori.
There we go. Tori Nyhog giving us some scoop with Anthony Dean about lane choice. That is something we can't see, that the first straight does run a little bit left. So it sounds like if you're in lane 1, you could find yourself out of a lane if you keep going straight down.
It's not good, is it?
No, no. But definitely makes for some interesting racing down the first straightaway. You are just joining us. We are here. I'm Jason Richardson with
Rich Eames.
here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup in Saint-Quentin-en-Yvelines, just outside of Paris, not too far from the Palace of Versailles. We are about to get underway with the women's elite 8th finals. And so far, the racing has shown to be very exciting. All the heavy hitters are still in, so that'll keep it interesting.
Yeah, I think there's some guys who, you know, on the cusp of doing some big things at World Cup level. I've been very impressed with Kay Stindl of Germany this weekend. He's not had the best of luck, but certainly his riding kind of doesn't suggest that he should be finishing where he's finishing. So hopefully we'll see more of him as we go through the season.
Yeah, Kay Stindl looking strong. Simba Darnon, big tall French guy, wearing the purple kit. He, during round 5 on this very racetrack, did not have the best of luck as there was a crash and he got involved in that. So he's qualifying quite strongly so far. From our vantage point, we know the women are staged and ready atop the hill. We'll be bringing them to you in just a moment. French Cycling Federation. BMX in France, this has always been historically, ever since I can remember, as a kid reading magazines or looking online, the French have always been able to put on not only a good race, but a successful race event, as evidenced by the stands that are full and the energy that you are going to see as we move through the qualifying rounds. There's the VIP. What do you think they get up there? I heard there's champagne.
Right, we're going then. Let's head up there now.
I heard there's champagne. I heard there's food. Obviously, an energy drink or two. You
said a word I haven't heard for a while, Jason. Magazines. Oh, how I miss the BMX magazines of the past.
Yes. A lot of magazines, actually.
BMX Action, Snap Magazine.
Trans World Plus.
Still have a large box of Snap magazines from the mid to late 90s stashed away at my house.
Yeah.
The golden era of BMX. For me, the mid-school, the late 90s.
Ah, that was the second golden age. Everyone's funny on camera.
Apart from us. Certainly our young French fans have definitely been getting their money's worth this weekend, really enjoying themselves. Freebies been
Yeah, I heard they giving out
out.
watches.
yeah, nice watches as well.
Of the watches, they're not the watches with the calculators on them.
spectacular to watch. That's proper 80s, that, Jason. Although I did share a video on social media yesterday of a bike that was very popular in England in the late 70s, early 80s called a grifter.
The grifter.
And it was being, it looked like a ghost bike. There was nobody riding it. It looked like it had been possessed in some way, and it was rolling down the street.
I've never heard of the grifter.
Oh, it was a rally bike, a rally grifter.
So you say rally, we say Raleigh.
Yeah. Definitely, definitely one for the somewhat old schoolers there. So what was your first bike, Jason? Your first proper BMX bike?
Well, my brother and I used to share a bike, and it was a Scorpion, which I believe then was a proper BMX bike. But then, one Christmas, we walked in the living room, and there was a Torker and a GT. One yellow bow and one blue bow, respectively. So I had a GT, and my brother got the Torker. That was my first proper race bike. I had that for a while, then my brother ended up riding for Mongoose, and then I, by default, got Mongoose bikes. Rode those for several years before I started to get sponsored. So Heat 1, Bethany Schriever, Lauren Reynolds, Merle Van Bentham, Priscilla Stivo, Svetlana Advankina Sorensen, and Danny the Danimal George on the outside. We're ready. Single elimination taking 4. Heat 1. Out of the gate they go. Looks like Reynolds off to a good start. Schriever off to an even better start, as Schriever's going to go straight to the front. She definitely wants to get in the main event today. She's definitely capable. So it's going to be Schriever, Reynolds, 1 and 2. Stivo looks like she's in 3rd with Admakina in 4th. Admakina trying to swing wide. Merle Van Bentham looking for a way in. She's in 5th. She's not going to make it unless she gets 4th. But right now, it's Schriever and Reynolds taking control of this heat, with Stivo in 3rd. The 911 of Schriever bringing it in, followed by Reynolds. Stivo and Admakina just getting through, upsetting Sorensen and Van Bentham.
Yeah, Van Bentham's definitely going to be disappointed with that. Didn't get the result she wanted yesterday, and Danny George coming in 7th, so that was definitely not what she wanted either. Beth Schriever, though, doing a great job for Great Britain. She's taking the win. Lauren Reynolds in 2. Priscilla Stivo in 3, and the Russian rider in 4. We are looking at heat number 2 of the 8 finals. Rebecca Pech, Mariana Pahon, Natalia Abramova, Mathilde Dodou, Andrea Escobar, and Kanami Tamo in this one. Madame Veenstra on the outside. Mariana Pahon in gate number 2. So let's have a look as they head down that first straight. Who's going to be the first one to ride? Looks like the Russian rider Abramova. She's always performed well at this track, and she's worked her way into the lead in this 8th final. That looks like Mariana Pahon in 2. Rebecca Pech in there in 4 at the moment. So busy, busy, busy. That's Mathilde Dodou, who's worked her way into 3. So the French going well, swapping and changing. Escobar and Veenstra are battling as well. Tano's in the back of the pack. Abramova, Pahon, 1 and 2. Who's got 3? Dodou's got 3. Veenstra's got 4. Veenstra's under pressure from Escobar coming down the final straight. Can Veenstra hang on? Who's going to get into the line? Abramova, Pahon, Mathilde Dodou, man on Veenstra. That's your top 4. Escobar gave it everything she had and couldn't quite make it stick.
There's your official Abramova, Pahon, Dodou, and Veenstra. Escobar was shopping, but just couldn't quite put it in the cart. Laura Smulders, Bao, Bollet, Hatakeyama, Stancil, Hernandez, and Hajkova. They will be bringing us heat number 3 in the Women Elite 8th final. Stephanie Hernandez off to a pretty good start on the outside, but Laura Smolders, excuse me, off to a better one. So it's going to be Smolders, Bow, Stancil in a bit of trouble. She's going to be fighting for third with Hatakeyama. Let's see. Smolders coming into the third straightaway. Smolders, Bow, Stancil, Hatakeyama still holding on to fourth place. Everyone's spread out. Fifth place has a ways to go before they can catch Hatakeyama, so it's going to be the number one, the current world champion of Smolders, followed by Bow, Stancil, and Hatakeyama.
Looks like Gabrielle Bolle taking a tumble. Looked after by our on-site medical team. Oh, that was a harsh one. Going into that second turn over the lip of that jump. She's still down at the moment. There is your official result. Laura Smolders taking the win. Judy Bow making it a Netherlands 1-2. Felicia Stancil safe in 3 for the USA, and Saya Takayama of Japan going through in that final qualification spot in 4. Gabriella Bolle making her way off track. Sakakibara, Smolders, De Santos, Azuro, Valentino, Curtis and Lockwood. 2 Australians in this one. No less than 3 national champions and a continental champion. Oh, Gabriella Bolle still being looked after. Let's hope she is okay. We do have top-class medical facilities on site. On-site X-ray, scanning and echograph, cryotherapy. All in a medical truck behind the finish line. So our riders can receive the best possible medical care on site. And then if they need to be transferred to another facility, they can be. So the start list for Heat 4, Sakakibara, Smolders, De Santos, Azuero, Valentino, Curtis and Lockwood. Sai Sakakibara on the inside there in the Australian jersey, with Meryl Smolders. Right next we're running the 2 plates. Julia Alves dos Santos on the 300. And a very animated Dominica Azuero there in the middle, playing the drums.
A good way to keep themselves loose.
Oh, she's headbanging now as well, the guitar's going. The album should be out sometime after the end of the race today. Manon Valentino on the 971. Keeping herself nice and relaxed. And Liana Curtis, almost zen-like, in a 1,000-yard stare down the track.
That's right.
Heat number 4 of the 8 finals for Women Elite. Now get themselves ready. Gabriella Bolle. Like I said, she will be looked after by our medical team on site. And let's hope that's nothing more than precautionary. Laura Smolders winning that previous 8 final with a time of 36.885 seconds. A full half second in front of Judy Bow. A second in front of Felicia Stancil.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Heat number 4 of the 8 finals for Women Elite is now underway. Saya Sakakibara on the inside. Looks like Meryl Smulders has not had a good start. She's really going to have to work her way through if she wants to go through to those quarterfinals. So Sakakibara leading it out. Azuero's in there in 2, Dos Santos in 3. Here comes Manon Valentino working her way in. Oh, Dos Santos just holding on. Meryl Smulders has finally woken up. She's on the move now. She's in 5. She's looking for 4. Can she get it? The 2 Australians done and dusted at the back of the pack by the look of things. So Sakakibara, the other Australian, she's going to go through. Azuero into Manon Valentino in 3. Looks like Meryl Smulders has pulled it back from the brink of disaster in 4. Dos Santos in 5. Lockwood and Curtis in 6. But Meryl Smulders certainly did it the hard way in that one.
Yeah, Sakakibara, Suero, Valentino, Smulders. Smulders, great race from her. Not the way she wanted to start, but definitely a finish I'm sure she'll accept having gone through to the next round. Heat number 5, Mayer, Mikkelsen, Willoughby, Claessens, Reese Santos, Von Niederhausen, and Vanetta Peterson.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the game.
Looking for Elise Willoughby to get to the first turn, but the French crowd is looking for Camille Mayer to get to the first turn. I'm sure you're going to hear them as she goes around the track. Elise Willoughby bringing it up front, jumping into the second corner. So it's going to be Willoughby, Mayer, 1 and 2 as they head into the third straightaway. Reese Santos and Mikkelsen, 3rd and 4th. Mikkelsen looking to ensure a better position. Oh no! I don't know how she goes down, was making a move. Looks like her foot would hit the bail on the inside of that turn. It's going to be Willoughby, Mayer, Reese Santos, and Claessens getting through.
Very unlucky there for Drew Mikkelsen. You could see she almost slapped the ground in frustration as she fell, took that tumble. And she knew the peak went down over the eyes. It was almost just, really? Did that really have to happen? Goggles off in frustration. There is your official result. Willoughby, Mayer, Reese Santos and Claessens making up the top 4, moving through to the quarterfinals. Heat number 6. Lining up on the gate, Christensen, Tuksha, Rojas, Etienne, Bondarenko, Kitwanit Safian and Jesse Smith. Seems to see Jesse Smith spending quite a bit of time in lane 8. Kitwanit Safian in there in 6 with Yaroslava Bondarenko in 5, but we are looking at Axel Etienne keeping the French crowd happy, getting that whole shot. Simone Christensen working away into 2. Bondarenko's in there in 3. Dana Tuksha in 4, doing it for Canada at the moment. Jessie Smith on the move. She's worked her way into the top 4, but Axel Etienne.
Smith might be in trouble.
Smith coming under pressure. Christensen's looking good in 2. Bondarenko back from injury. She's in there in 3, all about that final qualifying spot. Smith's got it at the minute. Is anybody going to get her down that final straight? Smith looking like she's going to hang on. Axel Etienne making a move right at the line. Christensen battling away. That's going to be a photo finish. Bondarenko safe in 3. Jessie Smith in 4.
Smith almost getting hung up in that second corner. Had to restart her race going down the 3rd straightaway. Not a fun thing to do when you're in 4th place. Managed to hold on to that 4th place. Bondarenko with 3rd. Etienne getting the 2nd. Christensen winning that heat. Next time we see the women, it will be for the quarterfinal. 4th or better will take them to the semifinal. Gearing up for the men's 8th finals just now. From our vantage point, we can see them on the hill. We are just to the side. We have a side view of the hill, so we can see the ramp. We can see all the riders loading up and staging up. let's race. That's what the sign says behind the gate.
We like that sign.
We do like that sign. Heat 1 on the hill. Looks like our world champion, or the world champion of BMX, one of them. Sylvain Andre choosing lane 8. Arboleda, Kadyshev, Molina, Popma, Chappelle, Harmson, Ryan Martin, and Sylvain Andre in lane 8.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Very focused eyes of Sylvain Andre in lane 8. Harmson going straight to the front. Arboleda in the front as well. Harmson, is he going to bully his way around? Not sure. Arboleda not giving up any quarter, as my friend Rich would say. Oh, Sylvain Andre finding himself in trouble. This is going to be a race, that's for sure. Harmson out of harm's way. Arboleda, Kadyshev. Let's see if Andre can make something happen in the last straightaway. He's been known to, someone hits his last corner, so he is out of it. What a disappointing finish for him. It's going to be Harmson, Arboleda, Kadyshev, and Molina getting through. I was quite looking forward to seeing Andre battle someone down the last straight.
Yeah, that's the first big shock of the day with Sylvain Andre going out. That will not impress the French fans at all. Harmson, Kadyshev, Arboleda, Molina, your top 4 going through. Sylvain Andre out in 8. He will be disappointed with that one. Heat number 2 lining up: Renato Rezende, Paddy Sharrock, Carlos Ramirez, Federico Villegas, Istil, Mia, Roman Mayu, and Mathis Verhoeven. All in heat number 2. Mayu's gone for lane 7 in this one. Rezende on the inside, Paddy Sharrock in lane number 2.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Amadou Mir in gate number 6 in this one. He's also one fast guy, and he's looking to prove it all. Gets out of control down the first straight. Roman Mayu leading it into the turn. The Colombian Ramirez working his way into 2. Paddy Sharrock's in there in 4 at the moment. Renato Rezende in 3. Roman Mayu leading it out. Can the Great Britain rider hold on to it? There is a bit of a gap, and they're fighting behind him. That should play right into Paddy Sharrock's hands. So Roman Mayu, Carlos Ramirez, 1 and 2, those guys looking safe. Rezende's in there in 3. Paddy Sharrock, can he pick up an extra position? He's safe in 4 at the moment. Sharrock through in 4, Rezende in 3, Ramirez in 2, Mayu in 1, and Paddy Sharrock benefited from the scrap that was going on behind him.
There's your official: Mayu, Ramirez, Rezende, and Sharrock. Disappointing for Mir. He looked like he had a good start, and somebody was coming over, and he got his foot out of the first jump. Anyway, Chirac, Blanc, Rencarel, Lanegar, Garcia, Evans, White, Catenacci. So 2 Team GB riders,
Okay, riders, random start.
2 Team USA riders.
Ready, watch the gate.
This one is stacked, as they say. A lot of heavy hitters in this one. Rencarel, Corbin Chirac, though, wanting to take the first place in and out of the first corner. So it's going to be Chirac. Rencarel making his way into second place with Blanc in 3rd. Jared Garcia in 5th, as Evans has got his work cut out for him as Garcia takes the high road into the rhythm section. Evans looking for some insurance with Garcia in tow. We'll see if Evans can hold on to that 4th place, but it's going to be Chirac, Rencarel, Blanc, and Evans getting the final spot.
Yeah, definitely tough there for Trey White. Tried to make his way across from the outside, couldn't quite make it stick. So Chirac, Rencarel, Blanc, and Evans going through inside the top 4. Moving on, heat number 4, David Graf, Alfredo Campo, Jimmy Thurkelson, Mathis Rago, Richard, Gil Brunner, Theo Thwan, Cameron Larson, and Nick Kimmon.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Graf on the inside, Kimmon on the outside. Cameron Larson could be a sleeper in this one. He's trying to make his way in, getting bullied down that first straight. Graf looking like he's going to pick up the whole shot. Kimmon just sat there into, Cameron Larson's gone down in that first turn. Alfredo Campo in there in 3, Kimmon in 2, Graf in 1. Who's got the 4? It's Mathis Rago Richard. the Frenchman in that final qualifying spot. At the minute, Thurkelsen's in there in 5. He's got a lot to do if he wants to make it in. Doesn't look like he's going to have the time to make it up. Graf, Kimmen, Campo, Rago, Richard, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thurkelsen in 5.
Rago Richard sneaking in in the 16th, now sneaking in the 8th. Campo, Kieman, Graf, Larson going down. Definitely a difficult lap. Larson just getting worked over by the Swiss rider. I believe that was Brunner who did Larson dirty. Larson, I'm sure, frustrated. The kid has heart, though, that's for sure. Graf, Kieman, Campo, Rago, Richard, they are your official out of heat number 4. We're going to look back up to the hill to heat number 5. Daudet, Schaub, Isidore, Darnon, Clerté, Justin Posey, Bouty, and Webster.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Lots of heavy hitters in this lap. Looks like Eddie Clerté out decently, but Quillen Isidore and Daudet taking it to the front. Darnon finding his way into the corner. He finds his way into second place, so it's going to be France 1 and 2. Darnon with a little bit of an overjump. Now Isidore wanting to battle back. Isidore's going to find himself in trouble as he's coming out of the second corner with not very much speed. Daudet not worrying at all about it. He wants to get out of trouble. It's going to be Daudet, Darnon, Isidore. Looks like we might have a battle for 4th. Let's see how they come across the line. That's going to be Bouty just getting in, beating out Clerté.
That could have been trouble for Quillen Isidore in that one because he had no momentum coming out of that second turn. But he managed to lay down the power and make it stick. Held on for that 3rd spot behind Joris Daudet and Simba Darnan. Cedric Bouty taking that 4th position. Moving on, heat number 6, Roman Meyer, Toine Van Gent, Vincent Pellewaard, Justin Kim and Jay Shippers, Ruben Gomez, Yoshitaku Nagasako, and Nathaniel Dioide.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Heat number 6 with Meyer and Van Gent. There's enough power there to power a small town. Looks like the Japanese rider Nagasako's blown it. His day is done. So let's have a look out front. That is Meyer, it is in front. Van Gent going through into stacking up behind because Justin Kimmen's trying to work his way in. He's moving down the outside on that 2-4-3. Gomez, Kimmen's got out of control. That's not going to do him any favours at all. Gomez in that 4th spot now. So it's Meyer, Van Gent, Gomez, and the Colombian rider going through as well, which will be Vincent Pellewaard, Colombia/France, making it in. I can't get used to
Pellewaard riding
Pellewaard
well.
in
Don't
the-
know what happened to young Justin Keepman. Maybe we'll see it on the replay here. Oh, just off of his pedals.
Yeah, he was pushing hard and we could see that he got out of control. And the end result is, unfortunately, on the deck. Nagasako had his struggles down that first straight, which cost him. As the horsepower of Meyer and Van Gent showed down that first straight.
Those are the results. Meyer, Van Gent, Pellewaard, and Gomers. That will be heat number 6. Heat number 7 on the hill. D'Souza, Vanderberg, Anthony Dean, Maynard Peel, Naverstad, Ballback, Milano, and Racine.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So
Maynard Peel begins the day with a flat tire, finds himself in the 8th final. We'll see if he can get through. Anthony Dean's in a bit of trouble as he's stuck in traffic. He's going to be in 4th place coming out of the first corner. But the Brazilian rider, the world number 3, De Souza, making it work into the 2nd corner. Terkelsen checking up, or Naverstad, checking up behind De Souza, almost running into him in the 2nd straightaway. That slows him down. So the Dutch rider is going to get past him. It's going to be De Souza, looking quite strong. Number 3, followed by Vandenberg, Naverstad, and Dean just getting through.
Yeah, Dave Vandenberg had a superb 3rd straight. He tripled out of that 2nd turn and got a really good boost, and he managed to push him down the inside and worked his way into that 2nd spot. Great riding there from Big Davo. There's your confirmation: De Souza, Vandenberg, and Naverstad, Anthony Dean hanging on for that 4th spot. Last of the 8th finals for the men elite: Kaisa Kakibara, Mitchell Schottman, Kai White, Brizuela from Argentina, Gobert from France, Jeremy Smith from the USA, Leo Garayan, and Valentin Dumy from France. 2 Frenchmen on the outside. Jeremy Smith in lane 6. Dylan Gobert of France has also had some good laps this weekend. He'll be looking to make it count, but he's out the back of the pack at the minute, so he's really got it to do. Looks like Kai White picking up another hole shot. He's in there in 1, Kaisa Kakibara in 2, Mitchell Schottman going through in 3. Who's got the 4? Looks like Argentina. Brizuela trying to work his way in. He's had his troubles as well in that 2nd turn. That's Leo Garayan of France working his way into 4. Kai White of Great Britain looking good in this one. Looks like he's going to take the win. Kaisa Kakibara in 2. The crowd are getting loud. Leo Garayan, is he going to hang on for 4? It's going to be tough at the line. Brizuela just stealing it. Garayan robbed him 5. Dumy in 6. But Kai White, a great performance in that 8th final.
Kai White finding his 1st straight even. Kai White, Kakibara, Schottman, Brizuela. They will move on in the program. Next time we see the men, it will be the quarterfinals. 4th or better will allow them to go through to the semifinals. Woo! Rich, what do you think? Well, we're going to hear from Tori about what he thinks in about 15 seconds.
But I was excited. I enjoyed it. Just have a look here. This is Sylvain Andre. Not making it out of the 8th finals. Very unusual for Sylvain. Oh, got it completely wrong there. That robbed him of a huge amount of speed. But he was scrapping from there on in as Joris Harmsen worked his way into that 1st position. And had a much easier day than Sylvain.
We're catching up with Romain Mailloux here. Mr. Paris, how's it going? You must have been really cool yesterday to put it in the main with the home crowd behind you.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like last year, we had a lot of support from the fans. They came here like a lot of fans, so it was fun to race, and we felt them like they were helping us, and it was good to race again on the home track and with the home crowd. And yeah, I'm glad I got the main, got 4th. I was battling for the win. I was looking to get that win, but yeah, that was tight battle with Nick in the first straight. But yeah, I'm happy of the overall day.
Explain to people how nice it is to race a World Cup at home, because it's not just, you know, the track. You get to sleep in your own bed here, you eat your own food, and it's just your routine. So it must be like, explain to people what it's like.
Yeah, it's super good. Like between lap, I can go back to my room. I can just chill. I don't feel like I'm in a race. Every time on a gate, I just feel like in the training. I don't feel really like in a race. I don't feel any stress, even though, you know, you have the crowd like cheering for you. It's just like a boost, and it just makes everything easier.
It's no secret you like to pick outside here. Last year you were picking 7 all weekend. Yesterday you're picking 8, and today you kind of in the middle, 5, 6, 7. What's your strategy with that?
I like to be in the outside, and even more on that kind of track. You know, you have time to pedal after the first jump to make differences with the other guys. So yeah, I'm not the guy who's gonna go to lane 1. So I'm still gonna be outside today. I don't know if I'm gonna go 6, 8, or 8, but I'll see.
So you're a star in the French team obviously now, and you guys have so many fast riders that can be in the main and on the podium. What's that like, kind of day in and day out training with them and racing with them here?
It's fun, you know. Every time on the races we have at least like 3 or 4 guys in the main, which is great for the country. But that's the guy I'm training with them like every day. So when I'm in the race, I feel like in the training when I'm next to them on the gate. So it's everything that makes the thing easier, like to ride bike, to race. It's just easier.
Do you find it tiring sometimes to always be around, you know, your team and training with them, or is it, you know, motivating and you guys are all buddies?
We're all buddies. That's cool. So we're all friends. But yeah, I'm not spending all my time here. I like to go somewhere, to go back home, going to the US for a week or 2, for a month for training in the winter. So yeah, I like to go a bit everywhere, not staying here. But it's always good to be with a good group for training.
Awesome, man. You look really strong this weekend. I think you're a top pick for the win today. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Thank you for that, Tori. Tori Nyhog interviewing Romain Mayhew. Seemed pretty relaxed and focused at the same time.
Yeah, it's a nice place to be when you're racing at a World Cup.
When you're threatening for the win.
It certainly wouldn't surprise me if
Word from our sponsors.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
You always know Pro Gate's gonna fall fast and on time, and it's always gonna be on point.
Welcome back to the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup here in Saint-Quentin en Yvelines in France, which is just outside of the city of Paris, which is not too far from the Palace of Versailles. I'm Jason Richardson, sitting here with Mr.
Rich Eames.
That's right. BMX commentator and BMX commentary. We're about to head into the quarterfinals for the women and men.
Yeah. Just see the women elites making their way up the back of the start hill from our vantage point, getting themselves set for the quarterfinals. This should be interesting,
To say the least.
and it's turned into another beautiful evening here in Paris.
It has. You never see that in France. People eating baguette sandwiches. I'm a bit jealous of them because we're hungry right now. Hungry for some more race action and yes, dinner as well, but that's okay. We love the BMX and so do the kids.
That's one very smiley young lady.
Yeah, I
she's
think
clearly
she's just
excited.
tickled she's on the camera. She's got star power.
Brothers looking around going, where, who, what? I think it's certainly been a successful weekend of World Cup racing, Jason.
So far, so good.
Paris rapidly becoming one of my favourite stops on
Yeah,
the tour.
I'm certain it'll get better as the evening progresses. No upsets in the women's elite category. However, in the men, Sylvain Andre not getting through the 8th finals. But other than that, all of the crowd favorites are still in the game.
Which is definitely going to make some good racing as we go through the quarters and semis.
The French eagerly awaiting the continuation of this World Cup event. Round number 6, stop number 3. 2 events in each city. We've been to Manchester, we've been to Papendal, and we are now here in Saint-Quentin en Yvelines, France. About to go underway, the women elite quarterfinals. 4th or better will get them into the semifinals as we whittle our way down to the final 8. Looking up to the hill, Sakaki Bara, Mariana Pahon, Manon Valentino, Paola Reese Santos, Sai Hatakiyama, and Manon Veenstra. So 2 Manons, 1 Saya, and 1 Sai.
Yeah.
We better get it right.
We better get it right.
And 3 Red Bull helmets. Oh, Sai Hatakiyama not to the best start. Looks like she came out of her pedal. Mariana Pahon, though, lighting it up on the outside. Saya Sakakibara, though, taking up space. Manon Valentino diving in on the two-time Olympic champ, Mariana Pajón. Mariana Pajón now finding herself in 4th place. She might be in trouble. Sakakibara, though, down the 3rd straightaway, in control. Just behind her, Manon Valentino really protecting that inside position. It's going to be Sakakibara, Valentino, 1 and 2 as they come into the last straightaway in the finish line. Reese Santos and Pajón just holding on to that 4th place.
Yeah, the double Olympic champion did really well to hold on to that one. She was coming under all kinds of pressure from the riders behind her. There is your official results. Sakakibara taking the win. Valentino in 2, Reese Santos in 3, and Mariana Pajón in 4. As we move on to quarterfinal number 2, Laura Smulders, Natalia Abramova, Yaroslava Bondarenko, Felicia Stansel, Meryl Smulders, and Zoe Claessens. So the Smulders sisters, gates 1 and 6 respectively. With the 2 Russians in between, and Felicia Stansel. Right, here we go. Heat number 2 of the quarterfinals for Women Elite. Looks like Meryl Smulders and Felicia Stansel going to turn number 1, elbow to elbow. Smulders has the inside. She gets the hold shot. Stansel in there in 2. That looks like Abramova working away into 3. Who's got the 4? Meryl Smulders in 4, but she's coming under pressure from Claessens. Oh, and she drops 2 positions, not 1 but 2. So Meryl Smulders definitely has it all to do now. Claessens in there in 4. Abramova in 3. Bondarenko in 5. But it is Laura Smulders, Felicia Stansel. They're going to go 1 and 2. Natalia Abramova's going to get the 3. Who's going to get the 4? Claessens or Bondarenko? Claessens gets it. Bondarenko in 5. Meryl Smulders in 6. So joy and disappointment for the Smulders sisters.
Smulders, Stansel, Abramova, Claessens. That's your official. Meryl Smulders struggling today. Laura Smulders seems like she's finding her peak. Mayer, Admakina, Willoughby, Shriver, Etienne, and Smith. That will be Heat 3.
Attention. Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Elise Willoughby shot out of the gate like a cannon. Bethany Shriver is in trouble. She's in 6th place now heading into the first corner. She's going to be looking for a qualifying position. Axel Etienne in 2nd place, just behind Elise Willoughby. Shriver finding her way into 3rd place. That'll be good for her. So it's going to be Willoughby, Etienne, Shriver, and Smith, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lots of room between 4th and 5th, so most likely they will make it through, barring anything catastrophic. Shriver, though, still looks like she's hunting, wanting a better lane position. We'll see what happens as they cross the line. It's going to be Willoughby, Etienne, Smith, and Shriver.
Yeah, got to give Bethany Shriver some props there. She was back there in 6. She had it all to do and worked her way past the likes of Camille Mer of France. So a great effort from Bethany Shriver to get herself into the top 4. She'll have an outside pick in that semi, so she's really going to have to make it work. Let's see what happens in the next round for her as we move on to heat number 4. Dominica Azuero, Judy Bow, Lauren Reynolds, Simone Christensen, Priscilla Stevo, and Matilda Dodou.
Attention. Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Dominica Azuero's put the imaginary drums and the air guitar down long enough to work her way down that first straight, but she's going to have to settle in to that first turn, probably in about 2nd or 3rd of the minute. 2nd, Christensen in there in 3. Swoop being made in turn number 1, but it looks like Judy Bow of the Netherlands who's leading it out. Priscilla Stevo of Brazil is in there in 4 at the minute. She's got pressure coming. Lauren Reynolds in there in 5. Matilda Dodou in 6, but it's the Ecuadorian Azuero leading it through. Christensen, Bow 2 and 3. Who's going to get the 4? Lauren Reynolds is going to have to turn on the turbochargers down this final straight. Is she going to catch Priscilla Stevo? She's getting ever closer. Lauren Reynolds at the line with Priscilla Stevo. It's a photo finish. Looks like
Azuero, though, turning it up these last 2 rounds.
Yeah, Stevo got it on the line, I think, from Reynolds.
Yeah, your official Christensen, Asuero, Bao, and Stavo. Very disappointing for Reynolds, as I'm sure she wanted to get to that main event today, or this evening, I should say. Next time we see the women, it will be the semifinals. There's only 16 left. Unfortunately, only 8 can make the main. Men's Elite coming up next, quarterfinal. From our vantage point, we can see them making their way up the hill as we look down on this track, under the roof, under the lights. This is where the French national team trains. Some of them even live here. The replay, there goes Mariana Pajón with one of her best starts of the day. And as you see, she dropping back down this second straightaway. And in fourth place, Saya Sakakibara in front from start to finish. Manon Valentino protecting that inside line, white lining it going into that last corner. The double Olympic champ manages to hold on to a qualifying position, so we'll be seeing her in the semi later on this evening. Laura Smulders and Felicia Stansel, 1 and 2. Meryl Smulders was in qualifying position. And she drops back, finds herself outwitted by Zoe Claessens. Claessens taking that final fourth place position, the youngest rider of the group.
This is the one where Bethany Shriver was right at the back of the pack. 6th place going into that turn and somehow managed to thread the needle. I think Camille Murr got caught up with a few elbows. Bethany up there into 3, chasing down Axel Etienne. Elise Willoughby was leading it through. And Jessie Smith with the late charge, just stealing that 3rd spot from Bethany Shriver. Priscilla Stevo not getting the best of starts in this one either. She was back there in 6th. Lauren Reynolds in 4th at that point. Judy Bao leading it out. Dominica Asuero.
Asuero with a nice move in this second corner right here. Taking the lead from Bao.
If you just, sorry,
go ahead, go ahead.
We must have thought the same thing at the same time.
I was going to ask you a question, but it sounded like you were going to
go on, fire away.
Fire away. So, any predictions for the quarterfinals coming up?
That's going to be really, really tough. I think it all depends on, I know this is going to sound like we've said this before, but gate position I think is going to be absolutely crucial. You know, I know the heavy hitters have been taking like gate 8 and that kind of thing. I think we're just getting to that sort of end of the weekend now where fatigue's starting to set in. And you might just see that people will take, in inverted commas, slightly safer gate picks to kind of ensure that they're on the inside going into that first turn.
We'll see.
We'll soon see.
I think with heavy hitters picking 1 or 8 first, or 8 or 1 first, it definitely mixes things up.
You'll know fatigue's kicking in if Nick Kimman picks anything other than lane 8.
Yeah, well, Nick Kimman has not been winning all of his laps today.
No.
So, don't know if he's just getting through or if he's feeling tired. But heat number 1, quarterfinal elite men, Shira, the Magician, Ramirez, Graf, Van Gent, Schottman, Arboleda, Isidore, and Commerce. I'm not going to predict anything right now.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Down the hill they go. Wondering if the American's going to be able to beat out the Swiss rider, Isidore. We lose Isidore down the first straight. So Shira in the second. Arboleda, no, the Magician working his magic. He's finding his way in the second. David Graf running away with it. So it's going to be Graf, Shira, Van Gent in third, but he's in trouble with a Colombian behind him. Or maybe Van Bevelen, not sure. Gomers, I believe. He's battling with Gomers, so it's going to be Gomers and Van Gent battling for fourth. Graf's going to bring it in, qualifying. Shira, Arbo, and Ramirez, followed by Gomers getting that spot. Isidore going down in the first straightaway. Don't know what happened there.
I think he got slightly unweighted. I think his weight was further forward than he kind of expected, and it's kind of pushed him over the high side. I don't think his foot came out. I think his feet were in the wrong position, and he was unweighted, and that sort of just pushed him over the front. There's your official result. Graf, Shira, Ramirez, Gomez with a great lap there, making the semi-final. Quarterfinal number 2 lining up: Joris Dode, Kaisa Kakibara, Roman Meye, Big Davo, Dave Vanderberg, Simba Darnan, Paddy Sharrock, Anthony Dean, and Gonzalo Molina. This one is definitely stacked.
I gotta think Anthony Dean is okay with being in lane 7 right now.
Heat 2, Molina and Dean on the outside, two seriously powerful guys. Paddy Sharrock's been spat out of the back. Looks like Joris Dode is going to get the whole shot. Dode in there in 1. Kakibara's worked his way into 2. That looks like Meye in there in 3. Simba Darnan. Oh, they were elbow to elbow as they went over the jump. Anthony Dean ducking his way underneath. He's trying to work his way inside the top 4. So Joris Dode leading out the
He might have a move in the last
crowd.
corner.
Darnan makes his move down the final straight. The crowd get loud. Joris Dode, Kaisa Kakibara, Roman Meye and Darnan, 3 French riders inside the top 4. Dave Vanderberg in 5, and Paddy Sharrock taking a tumble in that final turn.
Simba Darnan showing he's not backing down to the bigger names of the sport. Sharrock, Molina down in the first corner.
Not the last one, as I said. Apologies.
I didn't catch that.
Ah oui, magnifique trajectoire dans Simba Darnan dans le dernier virage pour aller chercher la qualification demi-finale de cette Coupe du Monde.
Paddy Sharrock
Great racing from Sharrock.
being escorted off with his
So Molina, let's hope he's going to be okay. Super fast, look forward to watching this race in Santiago de la Estero later on this year, Argentina.
oh, Bloomy helping Paddy Sharrock off. There's your official Dode, Sakakibara, Meye, and Darnan getting through. Impressive ride for Darnan, beating out Vanderberg and Dean to do it.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Heat number 3, De Sousa, Blanc, Kadyshev, Resende, Buti, Brizuela, Mayu, and Harmson.
Gonzalo Molina's just passing our commentary points at the moment, holding his arm. Let's hope that's nothing too serious.
We're up and ready.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the
Heat
game.
3. Joris Harmsen, lane 8. Roman Mayhew in 7 with the pull. D'Souza on the inside from Brazil, world number 3. Whoa, we have Blanc trying to make a move. Now Harmsen relegated to 4th, but it's going to be Mayhew. D'Souza over jumping a little bit in one of those doubles. He manages to hold on to 2nd place as he leaps over the triple in the 3rd straight. Harmsen has a nice line going into this corner, so he may end up in 3rd, and Blanc now in 4th. So it's going to be Mayhew, D'Souza, and I think Harmsen and Blanc for 3 and 4.
Yeah, Brizuela was challenging down that 3rd straight, couldn't quite make the move stick. Resende out there in 7. That'll not be the way he wanted to end his day. There is your official result, Mayhew of France. D'Souza, Harmsen and Blanc going through. Last of the quarterfinals for the elite men. Kyle Evans, Great Britain, Alfredo Campo, Jeremy Rencarel, Kai White, Tori Navrestad, Mathis Rago Richard, Vincent Pellouard and Nick Kimmen.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the game.
Quarterfinal number 4, men elite. This one is chock-a-block full of heavy hitters. And look at Kai White bringing it to the turn. Nick Kimmen just working his way in front. One rider's gone down, not sure who it was. Kimmen, White, Rencarel, 1, 2 and 3. Where is Kyle Evans? Pellouard trying to make his way in. Is that Kyle Evans? He's in 4th. It isn't. Evans at the moment. Rencarel's in there. That's Mathis Rago Richard in 5. Is he going to get close enough to Kyle Evans? I don't think he is. Oh, he's gone. He's dropped it on the floor. That leaves Evans to go through in that 4th spot. Rencarel in 3. The battle between White and Kimmen.
Photo finish for
At
White
the
and
line,
Kimmen.
Kai White got it.
Evans has got better and better. Let's give him a round of applause.
Mathis Rago Richard had to make the move, couldn't make it stick. The bike disappeared from underneath him. And he looks like he's holding his collarbone. That's not good news. And Alfredo Campo also taking a tumble. He went down on that 1st straight. We couldn't tell what had happened. Just got slightly sideways. Down he went. I honestly thought it was Kyle Evans at that point. Oh, and he bounced as well off that collarbone, Mathis Rago Richard. Took all the impacts. Campo making his way off track. Kai White throwing that bike down that final straight in order to steal the win from Kimmen at the line.
Well, that'll make a difference for lane choice come semi-time.
I don't think the drama's over yet, not by any stretch of the imagination.
There's your official Kai White, Nick Kimmen, Jeremy Rencarel, and Kyle Evans just getting through. So the next time we see the elite men, it will be the semifinals down to the Sweet 16 as we make our way to the Grade 8. Next time we see the women, it will be the semifinals as well. A good thing we didn't make any predictions. So here Tori Nyhog has somebody in the rider's corner as we are standing by for Mr. Tori Nyhog.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Dutch national team coach Raymond van der Biezen. Raymond, you're a top rider back in the day on the circuit. Now you're a coach of the Dutch national team. How is it being on the circuit as a coach now?
Well, I try to get my advantage of it, but yeah, it's a big team, and all the riders are different, so it's it's challenging, but it's fun. I really love my job at the moment. So and the team is doing an awesome job. So it's fun out there. It's good to be back in the circuit. So really enjoying it.
Is it something you wanted to do when you were racing, like you knew when you retired you wanted to do it, or just kind of how'd it come about?
Not so soon, but eventually I was hoping to do some coaching. I started as assistant from boss, and yeah, he decided to quit. So yeah, it all happened really soon. So yeah, me and Rob working with the team together is it's been good from the start, and as far as I know, the riders, the athletes are really happy. So I'm happy too.
Yeah, you guys have always had a big team, very successful. How is it, like you said, it's difficult sometimes. How is it managing so many different kinds of personalities?
Yeah, well, that's challenging. I got to know all the athletes really good, but it's challenging because, you know, some new guys are coming up, and we got some new faces in the team as well. So I also rode with some of the guys, so I know them pretty good. But still, it's different than when you have to coach them when you are a rider before. So and then all the new faces who are coming up, it's challenging to know them, get to know them better and better. So it just takes time to know them.
Being a national team coach is a tough job. Obviously, coaching is a big part of it, but there's so much other stuff that goes into it, behind the scenes, logistics stuff. What's a typical day like at a race for you coaches?
At a race or at home?
At a race.
Well, it starts with breakfast. Everything, you know, food is really important for the guys. So yeah, it's you know, the hotel needs to be good, food needs to be good, and then because we're with a big team, you know, with the bikes, everything needs to be perfect. As I was a rider, my bike needs to be perfect, my clothes need to be perfect, everything needs to be perfect. So it's about the little details, and yeah, you can see that the race is challenging at the moment, and everybody's racing good. So it's about the little things that make the difference, I guess. So yeah, all the little things at the hotel and going from the hotel to the track, you know, it all needs to be good. But it's a challenge with a big group to have to make everybody happy and comfortable. So.
Do you get more nervous being a rider or a coach?
Fuck. Difficult question. At the moment, I think it's more nervous to watch my athletes racing at the moment. Sometimes I'm like, fuck. I hope they're still alive if they crash or when they go into the first turn altogether. But yeah, it's nervous. I'm getting really nervous when they're up the hill for sure. But I had the same thing when I was riding myself. But seeing those guys racing full throttle is also a thing for me. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Raymond, and best luck to the team today. Back to you guys upstairs.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Tori. Nice to hear Raymond's take on things. Just checking out some reviews of the quarterfinals. Quinlan Isidore, unfortunate to take that tumble. David Graff, no such problems, as he took the win in that one. Corbin Sherrar. Corbin's been kind of quiet today in terms of he's just been, you know, making his way around, doing his laps. Nothing particularly outstanding or special. Do you think he might just pull it out of the bag in the final, Jason?
Well, Corbin's always a bit quiet. I don't think he got the start he would normally get that last lap with Graff, but I think yeah, he definitely wants to get in that main and is capable. Romain Mayhew, though, looking like he wants to win every lap, and I'm impressed with the gentleman in second place, D'Souza, who candidly I think he started out the season pretty rough, coming off of a World 3, and he showed up here today, you know, ready to race, looking like a different. I should say different, looking like his old self.
Yeah,
his normal self. Impressed with Kai White as well, his first straights. I mean, going against Harmsen or going against some of the heavy hitters, Keeman even. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, that was always the talk about Kai White is, you know, if he gets a first straight, when he gets a first straight. It seems to have shown up.
Yeah.
Almost instantly since Manchester. And you know, he's so young. He's still, in my opinion, building a base. So that's going to be pretty interesting when he does start getting into that man strength, as we like to joke about.
Well, Steffi Hernandez is having a good time. Enjoying her off-track moments as much as her on-track moments. But, yeah, going to Kai White, I mean, you kind of popped the cork on the confidence in Manchester. And you were talking about when he gets that first straight. Do you think that first straight has come through from the physical side, or do you think that front straight has come through from belief from the mental side? Both.
Both. I mean, obviously, he's a taller guy. So, in my opinion, taller people have an advantage. If they have any semblance of strength or athletic ability, they have an advantage in this sport because you have the leverage. You take up a lot of space on the hill, on the track. So if you have decent form and timing, your first straights are probably going to be, in my opinion, better than the average. I say that because I'm one of the taller gentlemen myself, so I could speak as a person who's 6 foot. But, you know, and obviously he's been working, you know, in the gym, doing his sprints, all of the stuff that everyone else does. But, yeah, so it's no surprise that he's kind of figured it out, so to speak, and getting better. That said, you know, Nick Keeman, Mayhew, Daudet, just nails down the first straight every time.
Completely.
Every time. And Maillet, excuse me, Maillet as well.
Yeah.
So most impressed with, and quietly rooting for Mr. Simba Darnon. He was virtually silent last year. I saw him at a few World Cups. I remember he came to the U.S. I met him there, just kind of shook his hand, said hi in passing. But, you know, he seems to be racing with a lot of heart. So I like that.
Yeah, certainly not scared of making some moves in
Not
that final
scared.
turn and throwing it in there.
He's stepping up. And, you know, one of the big things about competing in elite, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is that, you know, once you get to a certain skill level, and don't get me wrong, there is a bit of different levels at that level, but once you get to the skill level of elite, a lot of it is just believing you belong there.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel like you belong there, you definitely will not belong there. And Simba Darnon is riding like he belongs there. I mean, he's not backing down, and he's riding clean too. I mean, he's making moves, but he's not backing down, you know, next to an Anthony Dean or a Dave Vandenberg. He's going for the move, and he's executing the move, which is important.
I think there's always going to be an element of, you know, pride, especially when your performance will go up a couple of notches when you race in your home country. You're in front of your home fans. You want to do well. It's definitely going to be a driver for these French guys. I mean, they've got this track wired anyway. They know exactly what they're doing on it. They practice on it day in, day out. I mean, it was so impressive last year. Joris Daudet taking the win, Roman Mayhew taking a couple of podiums. They've come through and got it done in front of the home crowd this time. They're definitely looking to make it, you know, a French victory rather than a Dutch one, shall we say. So I think that certainly kind of plays into the French hands and just gives them that extra, you know, 0.5 to 1% that they may actually need to get across the line in front.
Those couple percentage points, or even half percentage points, are definitely wanted and needed at certain points.
Hashtag marginal gains.
Marginal gains. So home track advantage. I don't know if it's an advantage, but it's definitely a home track inspiration, we'll call it. As it pertains to the women, I'm super impressed with Axel Etienne. Just jumping right in and getting in the main event, not backing down to anyone. Seemingly doing it with a great attitude.
Yeah, it feels like we haven't seen Axel Etienne for a while, and she's kind of popped back onto the World Cup scene and immediately made an impact, which I think is, you know, testament to the strength of the French program when somebody can come back like that from not being, you know, racing for a little while or not being seen on the World Cup scene for a while. And then they step up and immediately, boom, you know, they're making finals and making their presence felt.
Yeah. Actually, I'll give you two more names that I'm impressed with the women. That would be Dominica Suero.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, like
her air guitar is amazing.
Yeah, air guitar and air drums are amazing. But not only is her attitude just, you know, fun and light, also serious, definitely motivated, but riding really well. Seems to have stepped it up. You know, beating Simone Christensen down the first straight a couple of times, making moves in the corner on Judy Bow. That's not easy to do on anyone Dutch, let alone Judy Bow. So that's one name. And the next name is Manon Valentino. She's been on the circuit for a while, actually. Went a little quiet and then just woke up, it seems. I guess I would say a little bit toward the end of last year, but definitely this year making her presence known and again, riding with a lot of heart.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she certainly showed that in Manchester by taking a win. And, you know, when you see a podium interview after that, it was almost like she couldn't believe it herself that she'd come back and picked up that victory. And now that confidence seems to have knocked on into, you know, all the rest of the World Cups, and she's there, she's a threat, she's inside the top 4, you know, and she can definitely get it done.
Definitely get it done. So, we have, well, let me restart. If you're joining us just now, you picked a pretty good time to do so. We're here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup in Saint-Quentin-en-Yvelines, just outside of Paris, France, or in France, just outside of the city of Paris, not too far from the Palace of Versailles. We are about to go underway. We can see people walking up the start hill now to the semifinals. 16 of the world's best elite women, 16 of the world's best elite men in the sport of BMX will be racing very shortly. So, grab a drink, pop a squat. I guess that means sit down.
Yeah.
Do they say that in England? They don't.
No, we don't say that one in England.
Yeah. Have a seat.
Have a seat, yeah.
Seat yourself.
Grab yourself a cool beverage.
Seat yourself, suit yourself.
Or a nice cup of English tea. And just watch some of the best BMX racing you're ever going to see. Because I think these semi-finals are going to be something special. Our fans here have definitely got hyped up from the earlier rounds, that's for sure. Excitement level going up a few notches.
Well, they have giveaways, they have music, they have all kinds of things that are engaging the crowd out there with audience participation and rewards for participating. So, not to mention, the French are generally fans of the sport of BMX.
Yeah, for sure.
Allez, dans quelques instants, on va vous présenter ces deux demi-finales de cette 6e épreuve de la Coupe du Monde 2019.
If in doubt, bucket hat and goggles. Seems like
it's a good look.
Good look, yeah. Seems fair.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. From our vantage point, we can see riders atop the hill.
Women's semifinals. Staging up. See the two cameramen. You will get an up close and personal look at Heat 1. Sakaki Bar, Christensen, Willoughby, Aframova, Reese Santos, Mariana Pajone, Judy Bao, and Priscilla Andrea Stevo Carnaval.
That's a Sunday name, that, Jason.
That's a good one. That's a good name. So, coming out of lane 1, the young Australian, Saya Sakakibara. Both her and her brother, forces to be reckoned with on the circuit. Next to her, Simone Christensen, training at the World Cycling Center in Switzerland. Elise Willoughby, looking for the first place finish in the main event today. But in order to do that, she will have to get through the semi. Next to her, the Russian, Natalia Abramova. Reese Santos from Brazil. Two-time Olympic champ, several-time world champ, Mariana Pajone. You wouldn't know it, but she's working her way back from injury. The number 3 of Judy Bao from the Netherlands. And the 93, Priscilla Stevo from Brazil. Coming out of lane 8. Heat 1, Women's Elite semifinal.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Out of the gate they come. Mariana Pajone looks like she has a decent start on the outside. Judy Bao getting hung up, shutting Pajone down. Elise Willoughby straight to the front. Sakakibara making a move, diving into second place. So it's going to be Willoughby, Sakakibara, Christensen 1, 2, and 3 as they leap into the corner. Willoughby with a little bit of style.
Yeah, Aframova in there in 4 of the moments to the Russian. This track has been an absolute charm for her over the last couple of years. It looks like she may possibly make her way in to another final, but here comes Judy Bao chasing her down that straight. Elise Willoughby out in front, Sakakibara in 2, Christensen in 3. Who's going to get the 4? Judy Bao with a late push. Aframova takes it. Aframova makes her way into the final. Bao in 5, Stevo in 6, Pajone in 7. But there was no stopping Elise Willoughby in that first semi-final.
There's your official. Willoughby, Sakakibara, Christensen, and Natalia Abramova getting through to the main event.
Moving on now, there's your start list for semi-final 2. Smulders, Valentino, Azuero, Shriver, Stansel, Etienne, Smith, and Claessens. On the inside lane, number 1 on the 1 plate, your reigning world champion. From the Netherlands, Laura Smulders. Next up in gate 2 on the 971, already taking the World Cup victory this season in Manchester, a French favourite, Manon Valentino. Crowd definitely getting loud for her. Next up, 156 out of Ecuador. Big smile, nice and excited, Dominica Azuero. Lane number 4 on the 911, doing it out of Great Britain, wants to go one step further than yesterday. Bethany Shriver. Lane 5 on the 23 plate, doing it for the US of A. Felicia Stansel. Next up on the 13, they're going to get loud again for a French favourite, Axel Etienne. On the 132, gate number 7, out of New Zealand, riding for a Dutch team, Jessie Smith. And on the outside, gate number 8, the 135 plate out of Switzerland, rode junior women last year at the World, Zoe Claessens. Semi-final number 2. round 6 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup here in Paris. Let's see what happens.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And as the sun begins to set here in Paris, the ladies leave the gate. Laura Smulders on the inside. Here comes Felicia Stansel, getting the whole shot. Stansel, Smulders bumping and banging in that turn. Looks like Valentino got a knock, but she's held on to 4. Claysons is in there in 3. Smith in 5. Etienne in 6. But Team USA are on the charge, Jason.
Team USA on the charge. Felicia Stansel, gate and first straight of her lifetime as she's heading into the last turn in first. Manon Valentino getting greedy. Third's not enough. She wants a better finish for this semi. It's going to be Felicia Stansel, Manon Valentino, maybe Smulders, maybe Smith. I don't know. It's a triple-way photo finish. I'm losing my voice. Wow.
Might take us 10 minutes to unpack that one. There was so much going on.
Yeah, Valentino was almost in trouble, bumping with Claysons down the second straightaway, finds her way into third, and then she challenges for second into the last corner. But I think Smulders ended up with the second.
Yeah, Jessie Smith got the third. Manon Valentino got the 4th.
That's the official. Stansel, Smulders, Smith, Valentino. Woo!
And I think I'm fairly correct in saying that's Jessie Smith's first World Cup final.
Well, good for Jessie Smith and good for New Zealand.
I've got to say Felicia Stansel's looking extremely quick. That first straight was one from the gods. Next time we see the Women Elite, it will be the final. What a final that will be.
I know. Grade 8. The grade 8 are set for the elite women. Next up, men's elite semifinal. Now the American women looking great. We're still missing Brooke Crane.
That's true.
There's Elise Willoughby taking it straight to the front. Handling business. Whips it a little bit going into the second corner. Simone Christensen in third, Sakaki Barr in a safe second place. Abramova with a little bit of work to do with Judy Bow in 5th, hunting her down, but Abramova making it happen. Here's that first straight again by Felicia Stansel. Really getting on those pedals between the first and second jump. Manon Valentino battling Claysons, or is that Smith? I think that's Claysons. And then challenging Smulders into the last corner. Bold move as they go 3 wide. Across the finish line.
Got to admit, Jason, I haven't seen the Paris track look that good ever.
I know.
That is a great shot.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Go on.
I'm going to make a prediction. The prediction is, and my hope, that we will see the women elites running the same track as the men in the next few years.
And we're going to see some interesting game choices coming into the semifinals.
Like no separate straightaways.
You reckon?
I think so.
I think we're getting to that point now because, there's been video online recently of Laura Smulders jumping, the second straight at Papendal and that kind of thing.
Well, I'm looking at just what's going on in these second straightaways. It seems like some of them are actually going a little bit too fast for some of those jumps now.
Yeah.
Whereas if they were able to just come out of the corner, as we can see the first corner right there, they have to cut back.
Yeah.
Right? So making a tighter corner, and then they're still going fast for those jumps. Whereas if they just drop the hammer and stay wide like the men do, I'm quite certain they can get over those jumps.
Yeah.
70% of them for sure. 65 to 70% of them right now for sure.
I think that's a fair call.
Yeah.
Well, it'll just make everybody else raise the game.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. All right, Elite Men, Heat 1. Kimin, Dade, Sakakibara, Renkrell, Meye, Gomers, Blanc, and Mayu. That's not an easy one.
Looking at the list. Just two main events.
Nick Kimin, points leader. He'll be coming out of lane 1. Next to him, the double 3, Joris Dade. I think the crowd would enjoy watching him win this lap. The double 7, we just saw his sister race. Now it's his turn to get in the main event. Kai Sakakibara. Another Frenchman, Jeremy Renkerel. He'll be coming out of lane 4. The 974, stone cold white outfit, white uniform, Romain Meye, keeping his head down, staying focused. Belgian national champion, Ruben Gomers, lane number 6. I believe this might be his first semi. Renaud Blanc, back after injury. This is shaping up to be a pretty good season for him. He'll be coming out of lane 7 from Switzerland. And from lane 8, the number 100, Romain Mayu. The last elite men to have the number 100 was Christian Besserine. They seem to have, Christian must have passed down his first straight to Romain. Oh, don't know what happened to Renaud Blanc at all. He was caught sleeping at the wheel. Mayu on the outside, Dade on the inside, Nick Kimin in front. So it's 3 French riders, second, third, and fourth. Dade somehow pops out in second. Mayu in third, Nick Kimin with the win so far.
Yeah, Kimin out front, but behind him there's 3 French riders. The local crowd are going bizarre. Ruben Gomez isn't done yet. Romain Meye trying to work his way in, so it's Kimin, Dode, Mayu, Renkerel. Here comes Meye. It's going to be a battle of the French for that final spot. Who's going to get it? Renkerel just from Meye. Gomez in 6. Kimin takes the win. But the French go 2, 3, and 4.
There's your official Kimin, Dade, Mayu, Renkerel, Meye just missing out. Disappointing for him as fast as he was going.
No idea what happened to Renaud Blanc in that one. Heat number 2 in the semi-finals, Graf, De Souza, White, Chirard, Ramirez, Evans, Darnand, and Joris Armsen. Gate number 1 on the 7 plate, we've got from Switzerland, David Graf. Lane 2 on the world number 3, out of Brazil, Anderson De Souza. Gate 3 on the 87. It's all started to come together now for the Peckham flyer, Kai White. Gate 4 on the 24. The world champion in 2017. The quiet man of BMX, Corbin Chirard. Gate 5 on the 278. Out of Colombia, Carlos Ramirez. Gate 6 on the 6 plate, the reigning European champion. Out of Great Britain, Kyle Evans. Lane 7 on the 26, rocking that purple uniform. The French fans are going to go mad for Simba Darnand. Lane number 8 on the 4 plate, doing it for the Dutch army. That is Joris Armsen. Semi-final number 2, ready to go. 8 of the grades have left the gate. Let's see who's going to get down to that first turn first. Corbin Girard, David Graff, got a flyer. Kai White's in the middle of the pack, just working his way into the top 4, but Graff is leading it through. Graff, Evans, Girard, D'Souza, Simba on the outside. Kai White stuck in the middle of the Dutchman, trying to go.
Will the purple uniform make the main? Let's see. He makes an amazing move, but it's going to be Graff. What happened to Girard? Don't know. Evans finds himself in second. D'Souza just saying, I'm getting in this main event, but it's going to be Graff, followed by Evans, Darnon making it through, and Kai White.
Kai White's last straight strikes again.
Wow, Darnon just saying, I belong here. Whoa, Kai White, amazing last straightaway. You got to feel for Souza. There's your official. Graff, Evans, Darnon, White. You got to feel for D'Souza. Riding with a lot of heart.
Yeah,
made no mistakes, really.
Yeah, action, and more action. Next time we see these guys, it'll be in the final. But that was the lap of the weekend for Kyle Evans. He's had his struggles over the last couple of races, but that was brilliant.
Just barely getting through with those fourths, and then found his way into second place. But Simba Darnon, my goodness, didn't get a good gate. This is the replay of semi number 1. Blanc not getting out at all. Nick Kimmin with the pull into the first corner. And just a trio. Yeah, you like that? A trio of French guys.
Yeah.
More than that, actually, because there's 4 French guys in 2nd through 5th. But Daudet managing to hold down the 2nd place position. But Maillet and Rencarel just forced to fight it out in the last straightaway. Rencarel edging out Countryman for the final spot.
Let's try and check out what happened to Corbin Girard in this one. It was going really well for David Graff. Girard looked really good in the middle there, and he was still in 3rd coming down that straight into the 2nd turn. Did he get caught up on the inside?
Hung up a little bit, but not just a bad line in that corner. He took it really far inside, swung wide. Darnon did the high-low, but Girard didn't enter that turn with as much momentum as he could have because he got hung up on one of those doubles in the 2nd straightaway.
Yeah, D'Souza had to make it happen, so he gave Ramirez the elbow, but lost enough momentum just to let Kai White throw that bike at that line and make it in.
And, you know,
so what have we got?
With the steep and deep, the taller riders, especially down the stretch, the longer legs, and you're stretching for the finish line, you're stretching your legs through these, pumping through these jumps, a little bit of an advantage as well.
Yeah, so in the final, we've got 4 French, 2 Brits, a Swiss rider, and a Dutchman.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that one. That's going to be insane.
J'entends rien du tout. Entrevoir. Oh là 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 là. Elle est magnifique. Elle est
Taking a look at
magnifique.
the list for the Women Elite Final.
Donc si c'est une femme comme tout à l'heure.
I think the biggest surprise out of that one is Jessie Smith making her first World Cup final.
Yeah,
not a surprise, a pleasant occurrence.
Yes.
You know, she's worked very hard today. She clearly deserves it. So let's see how she gets on. Hopefully she's not overawed by the occasion.
C'est pas mal, mais on peut mieux faire et plus fort. Et beaucoup plus fort. Oh, oh, oh.
Rich and I are gonna grab some water as we watch this craziness ensue in the crowd. I believe they're giving away watches, like nice ones.
La caméra elle tourne. Et mais vous faites pas de bruit.
Women's Elite Final in about 3 to 5 minutes.
Attention, je vais décompter. Je vais commencer le décompte, mais pour ce faire, même quand je décompte, vous devez faire du bruit, sinon j'arrête le décompte. Allez-y 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 j'entends rien 2 1 stop stop la caméra s'il vous plaît, arrêtez-vous, la caméra dans le public, où est-ce qu'il est? Non, c'est pas sur moi, elle est là la caméra, elle est là la caméra, dans le public, la caméra, elle est là-bas, comment elle est là? Où ça? Montrez-moi. Ah, c'est vous mademoiselle, regardez-vous, vous êtes à l'écran, où est-ce que vous êtes? Vous êtes là? Eh bien c'est vous qui avez gagné, venez au-dessus, venez passer. Bonjour, vous vous appelez comment? Vous êtes français? Ok, vous êtes sûr? Et vous habitez la France? Vous habitez où c'est gagné? And you're all in France? Or you go to school? You come here only for living. Okay. And you have one mind? Vous êtes libre? Vous êtes libre? Ah, il est à la maison. Ok. Alors regardez, voilà le cadeau. Le cadeau, regardez la caméra. Voilà, la caméra là-bas. Eh bien, c'est une demoiselle turque qui accompagne évidemment son pilote qui a remporté une magnifique montre. It's for you, man. Sure, it's not a gift. No, it's not the one for the woman. Hein? It's not it. Merci. Au revoir. Dites-moi, on se fait la bise. Hein? Ah oui, c'est l'avantage que j'ai, évidemment. Renzo, ne sois pas jaloux, ça ne sert à rien. Renzo. Mesdames et messieurs, dans quelques instants, on va bien sûr avoir droit au final, mais nous venons de passer 2 jours en Coupe du Monde extraordinaire. Et si nous avons passé ces 2 jours extraordinaires en Coupe du Monde, c'est un peu grâce à vous ici dans les tribunes, mais c'est grâce à vous également dans les tribunes là-bas, car vous avez pu créer durant ces 2 journées une ambiance extraordinaire. J'entendais mes collègues là-haut qui sont sud-africains, qui sont anglais, qui sont américains, mes collègues là-bas, ils disent on a rarement vu une ambiance comme ça sur la Coupe du Monde. Je lui ai dit, c'est normal, on est en France, et en France, on sait mettre l'ambiance, alors on va le retrouver encore. Mais je vais demander à la tribune là-bas de collaborer avec moi. Mais vous allez être au moment.
Well, if you're just joining us, you've joined us at the right time because we are just about getting ready for the 2 finals. Women Elite to start, and then Men Elite after that. Coming up in the next few minutes.
Yeah, party is just getting underway. Giving away free watches. DJ's rocking the music here. If you're joining us at home, we do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We certainly hope you've enjoyed the coverage here at St Kentin on Eveline this weekend. Certainly the racing has been straight out of the top draw. And I've got a feeling the best is yet to come. As we said, first up will be the Women Elites. Looking at the list, in terms of gate selection, Elise Willoughby, top of the pile.
My bet would be she'll stick with lane number 3.
Yeah.
I think Saya Sakakibara, she's picking second. I think she'll take 1.
See, the wild card in this is Laura Smulders only having 5th pick. That's going to be interesting to see where she
I thought
ends
the
up.
wild card would be where would Felicia Stansel go?
That could be an even wilder card, Jason.
Because I would think she'd want to give herself some space from Elise, but still be inside. Well, I don't know.
Well, Felicia's already demonstrated that she can come across from the outside.
This is true. This is true.
I wouldn't be surprised if Felicia took gate 6.
Yeah, she seems like she's been comfortable there all day.
Outside, but not too far outside.
But if she's going for the win, I would think she'd want to be inside of her teammate, Elise. What do I know? I'm not in the pits. I'm up here. We're
This is part of the poker game of World Cup racing.
That's it. We are just coaching from the sidelines.
We're speculating, Jason.
Yes. Pundits.
You can just see the riders making their way up the back of the hill now from our vantage point. Just next to the finish line. On that shot in front of you. At the finish line, you can see the 2 white tents in the background. Myself and Jason are next door in the cabin on the upper level. If you can see us, give us a wave. Don't know about you, Jason. I'm actually quite nervous for this.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Two minutes to 9 p.m. local time on a very beautiful, sunny Parisian evening.
It is beautiful out. Plenty of light left for the 2 finals that are ahead of us.
So it looks like the poker game is starting. Let's see.
We may not have been entirely correct with our predictions as far as lane choice. Entirely correct.
Some of them were.
All right, Women Elite final coming up. Excuse me. Women Elite final coming up. Lights are shining bright on top of the 8-meter hill. The sign says, let's race, and we are ready. There's the lineup. Christensen, Smulders, Willoughby, Valentino, Stansel, Abramova, Smith, and Sakakibara. As we anxiously await their introduction. The French always adding something special to the show.
I quite like this.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. It's good to try different things.
Only one French rider in the main event, so my guess is she will be working extra hard to put on a good show for the crowd. I know the crowd will be definitely cheering her on. All right, Simone Christensen from Denmark. She'll be coming out of lane 1. From Australia, she chose lane 8. Saya Sakakibara. Laura Smulders, she'll be coming out of lane 2. From New Zealand, making her first final at a World Cup, Jessie Smith.
Out of lane number 3, United States of America, please help me welcome
Elise Willoughby from the USA. She'll be coming out of lane number 3. She's been coming out of 3 all day. Let's see if that bodes well for her in the final. From Russia, Natalia Abramova. She'll be lining up in lane 6.
Then, ladies and gentlemen, number 971 out of lane number 4.
The only French rider to make the final elite women, Manon Valentino, should be coming out of lane 4. Right from the center of the gate. And Felicia Stansel, the second rider from the USA, she'll be coming out of lane number 5. So those are the 8 finalists. As we get ready. Ready to go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Out of the gate they go. Elise Willoughby looking to go to the first turn first, but Laura Smulders right next to her. Willoughby moving over on Smulders just a little bit. Smulders now. Oh my gosh, Manon Valentino making a dive on Willoughby, but Willoughby challenging back. There's going to be a race. Willoughby going high, Manon Valentino staying low.
Yeah, Valentino holding on to it. The French crowd are going mad as Elise Willoughby got anything for her. Here comes Laura Smulders. Look at Jessie Smith in there in 4. Sakakibara in 5. Valentino put her elbow in. Valentino drag racing down the final straight. Here comes Smulders on the outside. Who's going to get it? Valentino! Valentino, Smulders, Willoughby. Smith with the 4. What a final! The French crowd getting exactly what they came for.
Wow, way to step it up. The only French rider making the main, finding the hole and shooting right for it. Way to execute. Manon Valentino, you know she's smiling big when you can see it through a full face helmet.
For sure. I'm just wondering if Elise Willoughby was so focused on Laura Smulders and what was going on that kind of...
Well, she had to, she went into that first turn tighter, and she had to work harder to cut back, but it was too late because Manon Valentino took advantage of that space. What an amazing ride.
The crowd definitely going to show their appreciation now for Manon Valentino. Listen to the noise.
That's 2 wins for her this season.
And no wonder she's pointing at herself, beating her chest, acknowledging the crowd. Winding that crowd up. Got to give a shout out to Jessie Smith. That was one heck of a lap for her first World Cup final.
My goodness.
Top 4 for the New Zealand rider. Laura Smulders rode a very, very controlled race. I think she just left herself a little bit too much to do. Getting caught up on the inside after getting cut off by Elise down that first straight. I think if she'd have had a bit more room, she could have pulled it back and literally stolen the win again. But she was certainly coming like a train down that final straight.
There's your official Valentino, Smulders, Willoughby, Jessie Smith, Saya Sakakibara, Simone Christensen, Natalia Abramova, Felicia Stansel. I think Valentino might have surprised Smulders. Here's the replay. Manon Valentino looking to be about in 3rd place right here and just taking advantage of the room in the corner and going straight to the front. But Elise Willoughby not backing down by any means throughout the whole race, even found herself back in the lead right here, but Valentino just really cutting that corner close. And you know, respect to Valentino, because she could have played Elise a little bit dirty and gotten away with it, but she stayed clean the whole way around and rode an excellent race.
Yeah, Manon definitely deserves the plaudits. Those lucky socks are working for her, Jason. That's 2 World Cup wins this season.
Well, hopefully she has several pair, because as fast as she's going, I don't know that they'll last through this season, let alone 2020.
Good.
I think Tori's with the winner right now.
Manon?
Ok, je serai pas coiffée.
Good. Ready?
I have to come
Yeah.
back. Yeah, I thought I had to speak.
Manon, unbelievable race. Congratulations. Fantastic move in the first turn. You had to battle Elise all the way around the track.
Yeah, really, thank you. I just I know how to turn there, but it was hard. She was coming back again and again and again. And last corner, I really didn't believe it. I thought we were going to crash or something like this. And I don't know, it just happened. And the crowd was like, yeah, France. It was amazing. I had no more legs, but I just like tried again and again. I'm sorry, nothing else says that. It's amazing to win here, really.
Can you repeat that in French?
Oh, sure. J'ai passé Alice dans le premier virage, c'était juste incroyable. Je sais comment tourner ici, donc voilà. Et après, elle n'a pas arrêté de revenir encore et c'était vraiment difficile avec elle. Elle est tellement rapide. Et le dernier virage, je pensais vraiment qu'on allait tomber toutes les deux. Je me suis dit que ça allait certainement pas passer. Mais le public français était là à crier encore et je me suis dit, il faut que j'aille, il faut que j'essaie. J'ai poussé dans les bosses, c'est passé, c'est juste incroyable d'avoir gagné ici.
So you've won World Cups in the past, you won one in Manchester this year, but this must be the most special to win at home here in France.
Yes, it's last year I did 2 semi-finals and I was like devastated. And winning Manchester was amazing. Winning here is way more. It's just, I don't know, it's France, so cool.
Can you repeat that in French?
J'ai gagné à Manchester et c'était déjà vraiment incroyable. Mais gagner ici avec le public français, c'était juste incroyable de chez incroyable.
Congratulations, enjoy this one, you deserve it.
Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations to Manon Valentino.
Big congratulations to Manon Valentino.
I think she rode the perfect lap. Certainly took advantage of what was going on between Elise and Laura. Rode smart, dived underneath in that first turn. Wasn't sure if she'd keep hold of it down that second straight, but she did. And that'll certainly bump her up in the overall standings.
Manon has some fans.
Yep.
As they accept their awards. Elise Willoughby with a hard fought third place. Smulders with the second place.
Listen to the crowd now for this one.
There it is. Women elite podium. Valentino, Smulders, and Willoughby.
The great thing is the excitement isn't over.
No. Next up, the men's elite final.
So many possibilities in this one.
Yeah.
So many possibilities.
Indeed, indeed. And we have the benefit of seeing the lanes come through on the computer, the lane choice, and I can tell you this much. Based on the lane choices, all of the men seem confident in their ability.
I think that's a fair call.
Oh, yeah. Those choices are based on confidence.
Those
all
choices are based on
all
confidence. Yeah. Right. Let's reveal who is going where in the Elite Men final. David Graf, Joris Dode, Kyle Evans, Simba Donand, Kai White, Roman Mayu, Jeremy Rencarel, and Nick Kimmen. If there's been a final faster than this anywhere in the last 10 years, I can't remember when it was. This is going to be insane. I literally cannot wait to see what will occur. Four French, two Brits, a Dutchman, and a gentleman from Switzerland. The first rider to emerge, going into lane number one on the 7 plate from Switzerland, David Graf. Next up, taking lane number 8, where he's been pretty much all season by choice, Nick Kimmen. The first of the French riders taking gate 2, ex-world champion Joris Dode. Jeremy Rencarel making his way to gate number 7, right next door to Nick Kimmen. On the 6 plate, taking gate number 3, reigning European champion, Kyle Evans. Taking gate number 6 on the 100, been absolutely on fire this weekend, Roman Mayu. Darnand on the 26 plate out of France, going into gate number 4. Doing it for Great Britain in gate number 5. Threw that bike at the finish line in the semi, Kai White. 8 fast guys. This going to be incredible.
I think we may see someone get their first win. Or second or fifth.
The Elite Men final is underway. Who's going to get that all-important hole shot? Here comes Nick Kimmon from the outside. David Graff on the inside. Renkarel in the middle. Kimmon's got the hole shot. He's in there in 1. One rider's gone down. It's Darnand. So Kimmon, Dode, Graff, 1, 2, and 3. Renkarel in 4. Kai White in 5.
Nick Kimmon finding his way to the front as usual. Kimmon, Dode, Graff. See if Graff can hold on. Looks like Renkarel. Looks like we have a race going on down the last straight as Dode wants more. It's going to be Kimmon, Dode looking over his shoulder. Graff, Renkarel, Mayu, White, Evans, Darnand going down. David Graff with some frustration there. Still looking for that first win.
Well, he hit the podium, so it's not a bad finish for him, but I'm sure somewhere deep inside.
Yeah, he's got great attitude. I'm sure maybe he's happy about that.
He looks like he's happy.
Good for him. Good for him.
Maybe it's just
frustrated and happy.
Going that step further, but Nick Kimmon, what can you say, Jason?
Wow, lane 8 again.
4 wins out of 6 rounds.
That's consistency.
That is consistency. And to do it from gate 8 as well, you can't argue not only with his confidence, but with his strength, with his ability. And the fact that he's got the ability to step up and do it when it counts. I think the most disappointed rider in that final will be Roman Mayu. I think he probably thought tonight was going to be his opportunity.
Yeah, Mayu was a little bit late out of the gate, and with Kimmon coming over as hard and as strong as he was, it just wasn't enough. Graff, I actually thought Graff tonight might have been the night for Graff based on the lane choice. And here's the replay. I mean, Graff had a nice lead. I'm sure he saw daylight after the first jump. Even into the second jump, Kimmon just found his way to get over. And Dode, sneaky as ever in those corners. Darnand going down. But Dode, though, making use of that track by catching up.
Yeah,
Kimmon whipping it into the second corner.
Yeah, I thought he was going to start to pull Kimmon down this final straight because he got ever so close in this final turn, and the line he took made it seem like he had something else in the tank. But Kimmon just pulled away down that final straight and took it. Dode got that too. And David Graff, I'm sure he's going to be happy with the podium.
Yeah, it's a good ride by David Graff.
I hear the crowd going wild, so I knew something was happening behind me. So I gave all I had, and yeah, it was enough.
It's been an incredible weekend here in France. The fans absolutely amazing.
Yeah, like I said before, the frenzy crowd just exploded for the frenzy. So, you know, of course, I'm happy to win, but with such a crowd, you kind of want to give them a home win. So You know, Joris is a great competitor. He's beaten me at my home, and this weekend it was my turn.
Congratulations and well done. Enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Nick Kimmel.
There's your official. Kieman, Daudet, Graf, Renkerel, Mayu, White, Evans, and making his first appearance at a World Cup main event, Simba Darnand.
Wasn't quite the fairy tale ending for the French. Let's see what Nick's got to say when he speaks to Tori.
Nick Kieman, winner of today's Elite Men's main event. 4 World Cup mains in a row you've won now. It's got to feel incredible.
I didn't even think about it. Thanks for reminding me, but yes, just insane. I won Papendal twice, and you know, being a Dutchie, that's the one you want to win. But yeah, personally, looking at performance, this was probably even better than that.
Can you repeat that in Dutch?
Ja, ik won natuurlijk 2 keer op Papendal, en dat is voor eigen publiek natuurlijk het mooist. Maar als ik naar de prestatie kijk, was dit weekend misschien nog wel beter. Ja, echt. Ja, ongelooflijk.
You had to race many difficult French guys this weekend. Romain Mailloux, Joris Daudet, they were going really fast. How was it to race them at home?
Yeah, they were super fast. Joris, Romain's lap times all weekend were just like on another level. So yeah, I liked lane 8, but I knew if with a guy like Romain, it's hard to get it, like because of his lap times are that fast. And yeah, I had first pick in the main. Yesterday I won it from 1, but yeah, I just like gate 8, so it's nice that I could do it from both lanes.
Can you repeat that in Dutch?
Ja, de Fransen rijden gewoon altijd knijterhard, maar helemaal op een thuisbaan. Waar ze gewoon niet te houden. Dus ja, om dan 2 keer van hun te winnen. Ja, ik weet zelf hoe moeilijk het is. Dus dat maakt het ook zo speciaal.
Congrats, Nick. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
It is nice when you can.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the class that we got for the elite men.
There's the men's podium. Winners and winners.
In third place from Switzerland,
David Graf getting the 3rd place from Switzerland.
in second place,
I think he said almost. 2nd place, Joris Daudet. And your winner, Nick Kieman from the Netherlands.
There's your World Cup standings for your women elite. Laura Smulders just extending a lead ever so slightly over Elise Willoughby. Judy Bow inside the top 3. Manon Valentino with a great win today, moving away up to 4. Simone Christensen in 5. Felicia Stantel in 6. Natalia Abramova in 7. And Camille Murr in the top 8. 9 through 16, Mariana Pajon, Lauren Reynolds, Saya Sakakibara, Merle Van Pentham, Ruby Hausman, Jessie Smith inside the top 16, making that final today. Priscilla Stevo in 15 and Sarah Walker in 16.
The men's overall standings, Nick Kieman pulling away at the top, followed by Daudet, Graf, Renkerel, Campo, Kai White, Sylvan, Andre, and Romain Mailloux rounding out the top 8. Moving forward, 9 through 16, Kai Sakakibara, Corbin Shara, Arboleda, Diego Arboleda, Maye, Gonzalo Molina, Joris Harmsen, Dave Vandenberg, and Ye Shippers rounding out the top 16. Well, that about does it here The next time we see you at a World Cup, it will be in the good old US of A. Rich, you're going to be making your way across the pond and be joining me in Rock Hill, South Carolina for rounds 7 and 8.
Yeah, it seems like an age away, the 13th and 14th of September. I can't wait for it to arrive.
Well, there is a world championship somewhere in between now and then. Until then, this is Jason Richardson with
Rich Eames.
And we are signing off. Thank you ever so much for watching the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup.
Yeah, thanks. We'll see you next time.